What's going on, YouTube? How's everyone doing today? Welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be talking about Alabama and their 2025 recruiting class. And Kalen DeBoer, they got them at the number one spot here so far in 2025. And we're about a month away from signing day. So there's a lot of things to like about Alabama and what they're doing on the trail right now. And yeah, we're just going to take a quick review and kind of preview signing day and how we expect things to finish out here in this class. So yeah, starting out, obviously you got Keelan Russell. He's the headliner. This is a guy who was a riser in this class. He started out as a lower ranked recruit, moved his way up. Now he's a 5-star, number 3 player in the country on 247. And in the composite, he's the number 8 player, third quarterback. So you have him leading the way. And then you have Ty Hayward at offensive tackle to pair with Michael Carroll on the offensive line. Both of these guys, respective 5 stars, top 3 players at their position. Now Carroll, he might play guard next year since Tyler Booker left. I mean, this is a guy plug and play, right? Same high school as Tyler Booker. Both guys potentially playing as true freshmen. Hayward, he might just wait another year and play behind Caden Proctor potentially, or go to right tackle depending on who stays and who leaves for the Tide. At wide receiver, you have Caleb Cunningham. Now, this is a guy Alabama is fighting for right now. He's taking a visit to Ole Miss. He just went there last week for the Georgia game. He saw them upset Georgia. He stormed the field with them. He also stormed the field with Deuce Knight, a quarterback committed to Auburn. They're both from Mississippi. So there's a lot of people out there that think he could potentially flip. And there has been a flurry of predictions coming in for Cunningham to go to Ole Miss. So not what Alabama fans want to see. But that's just the time of year that we're in, right? You're going to win some, you're going to lose some. And to be honest, so far, Alabama really hasn't lost many. And they're sitting, got the number one class with 23 commits. That's about as good as it gets here in early November. Dijon Lee, he's another guy they're fighting to keep right now. But this one, I think there's more confidence around the program as to Caleb Cunningham. Georgia was fighting late. Dante Williams, as you can see, it tells you who's recruiting him. Dante Williams was out at USC last year as their defensive backs coach. Dijon Lee, he's from Mission Viejo from California. So there was a prior relationship there. But I don't think that's going to be enough to overcome Alabama. They've done a really good job in this recruitment. So I expect him to stay. And I think Kalen DeBoer expects him to stay and sign in about a month. Michael Carroll, hit on him one more time. He took a visit to Miami. He's taken multiple games in there this year. But this doesn't say he's used his official visit. So those must have been unofficial visits. As you can see, he has none for interest for these three. But Miami is cool just because of those visits and maybe the mutual interest between Miami and him. Moving along in the class, now they just got Derek. He was an Ole Miss commit, so that's a win, right? Justin Hill, they went into Ohio. They beat Ohio State. They also beat Oregon out for him. Yeah, that was a big time win for them. Going into the state of Ohio, getting the number 3 player from the state. Chuck McDonald, another California kid. Him and Dijon Lee, two of the best players out west in the cycle. They got both of them. Now Chuck McDonald, he just keeps that modern day pipeline. Remember 2022 class, Damani Jackson. He was a modern day kid. 2024 class, true freshman this year, Dabian Brown, who's playing fantastic as a true freshman. He was also a modern day kid. They're keeping that pipeline going, and you got to like that if you're an Alabama fan. Now, Dawson Merritt, this is the first guy out of the 4 stars trending towards somewhere else. Nebraska's pushing hard there. No predictions yet, which is a good sign. Yeah, he took a unofficial visit to Nebraska. I want to say earlier in the season, but he also took an official back in the spring. And he also took another game day visit to Nebraska as well. I don't think there's as much confidence around Dawson Merritt from the staff as there was maybe a month ago. But we're just going to have to wait and see how that plays out over the next month. Then Anthony Rogers, a running back. He's currently the 141st player and the 8th best running back. Him and Ohio State have a lot going for him. As you can see, yep, November 9th, he just took a visit there. Coach Lachlan does a really good job of recruiting, especially down south. I mean, you can't really count out Robert Gillespie, right? Especially you Alabama fans, you know exactly what I'm talking about. So I'd say Rogers, Merritt, two guys you're gonna have to keep an eye on as we approach signing day from your own class. Then we have guys like Nashawn Montgomery and then Ivan Taylor. So Montgomery, I think this is a sign of low confidence from Alabama keeping Caleb Cunningham, and there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that. I'll just keep an eye on this because if you lose Cunningham, you're gonna have to go get someone, and you don't really need to because Alabama they did such a great job. I want to give Kalen DeBoer credit. He did such a good job at the beginning of the cycle, getting guys committed early and throughout the summer, that when you lose someone now, it's not going to hurt your class as much, if that makes sense. If you have so good of quantity and quality at every position, you're fine. Like you can lose one guy and then it opens the door for someone else. But if you don't go get someone else, it's not really that much of a loss. Now, Caleb Cunningham, obviously 5-star wide receiver, that is a big loss. But Nashawn Montgomery, he's nothing to be, nothing to be disappointed in, right? I mean, 179th player, 21st receiver from Miami, Florida. He's playing against good competition. He's a pretty good athlete too, 6'1", 165. Natural slot guy. You never know. Never know if you hit on a guy. I mean, he has 50 offers. Like, I think that says enough right there. Usually, when a kid has a lot of offers and the big time schools are going after him, that says something. Like, you got Georgia on here, Florida State, LSU, Miami, Michigan, Ohio State, Oregon, Ole Miss, A&M, USC. Like, big time brands. Maybe not good teams this year, but big time brands are going after him. I think that says something. They keep an eye on Nashawn Montgomery going forward, and then this is probably one that Alabama fans are more aware of and probably feel pretty good. Ivan Taylor from Winter Garden, Florida. Tom Loy, he actually put in a prediction already. When did this go in? November 10th, so 2 days ago, he put in a prediction. That was after his visit to Alabama. Yeah, I think Alabama's going to get this done. I think a lot of teams are negatively recruiting Michigan right now, and there's nothing wrong with that, right? Success of the team this year, I think that plays a big factor. And Alabama's taking advantage. Go after a really good player. 247, they have him as a number 2 safety in the class, which is big time. And this would be a big time get for Alabama. So you're kind of trading things out. Say you do lose Merritt and you lose Cunningham, okay, but then you go get Montgomery and you get Taylor from Michigan. So there's a lot of things going good for Alabama right now. And just to round out this class, you have a lot of hidden gems. Where's the tight end at? Caleb Edwards. This is a guy, he's rising up the recruiting boards right now for a lot of teams. And Alabama's probably going to keep a hold of him. I mean, he only had 19 offers, but he's from California. He had Alabama, Auburn, Texas. That was his top 5 right there. Oregon, Washington, Miami, Michigan. Pretty good talent. I'm just looking at the rest of the class. I mean, overall, kind of hit on the top guys. But going back to my point, they have so many guys at multiple positions, like Daryl Johnson, Dawson Merritt, and then Luke Metz, Abdul Sanders Jr. are all linebackers. Okay, say you lose one. Say you lose Merritt, you still have 3 to go back on, right? 3 guys. And there's just looking at their top targets that they're still going after. I know it says top target for Jakeem Stewart. I don't think Alabama really has a chance in this. It's looking like Oregon, LSU, Ohio State, USC. They think they're in it. I don't think they're really in it anymore, especially after how the last couple of weeks have gone with visits. Oregon, LSU, Ohio State. He's going to return to Columbus and Eugene this year. I don't think Alabama's really in that. And Justice Terry is probably the last guy, last big time guy they're going after. It's just going to be tough to overcome. Obviously, Georgia, hometown team, and then Texas. He's been there this year for a game. I mean, overall, I think it's pretty safe to say Alabama's going to finish with the top 3, top 5 class, regardless of what happens on signing day, right? Alabama fans, let me know down in the comments what you think about your class. Maybe some potential flips, guys that I missed from other schools that they're going after. Go ahead, let me know in the comments, and so other people can see as well. And yeah, maybe let me know a hidden gem that you think. Like I said, Caleb Edwards, he might be a guy not really talked about right now, but gets on campus and has a spark to him. Be sure before you leave to subscribe to the channel and like the video. Really appreciate it as we're on the road to 1,000. And I'll be doing other videos like this for other schools, a little preview before signing day and a review of the class. And then on signing day, I will be going live. We'll do a signing day live stream for a couple hours. Just hit on some of the big moments from the day. With that being said, I'll see you all in the next one.